the women I grew up around initially had more respect for themselves. And I always tell a woman, when a woman plays a man's game, she always loses. When a woman plays a man game, she always loses.
What do you mean by that?
Because reality is, if I sleep around, a woman still would want me by far, and the good women will still take me, knowing I've been with 1,000 women, right? Would you assume that, let's just say hypothetically, Chris Brown, you think Chris Brown went with a lot of women?
Yeah.
But the women still drool over him.
Right.
Now let me give you a prostitute, compare them to Chris Brown. The men aren't drooling over them. The woman loses value with her pushing out her losing her value. Her innocence is what make her valuable.
I think that as women, though, ladies, we need to start vetting these men the way they vet us, because I feel like when a man says something like, you judge a woman, right, based off of if she has multiple children, and a guy will say, listen, she got 2 or 3, child's father, I'm good, she's washed, or she's a hoe, or she's whatever. I think we should start doing the same thing to men.
Agreed.
I don't think there's a problem with us looking at them and saying, okay, well, he has multiple kids' mothers. There's something wrong with that too. Like, this man couldn't plant his seed in one garden and watch it grow. He had to go dip it in other gardens. I feel like we give you guys that much grace where we feel like, you know what, it doesn't matter how many kids you have. We let our emotions and we like romanticize like bare minimum and low effort. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it doesn't, for us, and not for all women, but for some women, that's not a turnoff. For some women, there is. Some women don't want kids. They don't want a guy that has multiple kids' moms, multiple baby mothers, or have kids outside of them. But I feel like with women, we don't pay so much attention to that. And I feel like that's a problem, because we should. Because if men are paying attention to it, why shouldn't we?
I agree with that statement, but I do believe that more men, when they have children and they decide to move on, right, they're looking for a better overall woman. A lot of the women with the luggage, they're looking for better overall providers. You're bringing more mouths for me to feed, and I did not create that. So in most cases, the man, he's looking like, damn, I don't want the baggage that comes with that, because now my expectations of providing intensifies. The reality is, a man, when he leaves the woman that he was with, in most cases, he's looking for a better overall woman. There are situations that could flip-flop, but in most cases, a man is not, my girl is I don't hear too many men gloating about the woman's money unless he's the shorty in the relationship. Right. When a man gloats about his woman's resources, it's because he's the girl in that house. He's not the man in that house. A man that will say, my woman can take care of herself, is because he actually says that there's stability there, so if anything was to happen to me, she can cover it.
Right.
But a lot of times, the women I listen to, even from personally knowing into social media, they'll have multiple kid fathers, and now they want the highest valued man on earth because they see their children as being more valuable. And I'm like, men don't think like that.
Right.
Men see that as more luggage. And then she gets offended when you say that. I'm like, no, you have to understand, by having children, you hurting your value in the dating world. It's just what it is. A man can have, I know a man that got 6, 7 kids, 7 baby mothers, and still can get the highest value girls on earth.
Just because of his finances.
Yes. So the woman, she could be rich and famous, she could have 6, 7 baby daddies, she more than likely to get a boyfriend that's gonna be another kid for her. She's gonna get a boyfriend that's gonna be another kid for her. So her 6 kids plus him, he's usually gonna be the guy playing video games with her kids, because he's looking for more security than he's looking for leadership, a role of leadership. There are a lot of men nowadays, based on how they were created, how they were raised, they walk around looking for people to be their sponsors, because they haven't built themselves up. I know guys that are in unhealthy relationships right now, and the only reason why is because of the fact that they're not secure with themselves financially.